Okay, we're rolling. Fuck. Let's get started. Trying to work this new phone. It just seems like the screen is too damn dark. And I can't find anywhere in the settings where you can just turn brightness up. I know where to look. Shit. Oh, it's hot today. Whew. It's got to be 95 or so. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sweating my ass off. Macheting my way up the hill. I don't know what you can see. I got this thing on my Velcro to my shoulder. I don't have a case yet. But hopefully it's entertaining. If it's not, KMA. Kiss my ass. I got a new machete. See? Be careful if you get one of these things. The problem is, I can't walk up the hill without hacking everything. I'm dead tired. I still have to hack everything. It's the boy in me. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. My finger's even bleeding. Today, I was actually thinking about what I was going to talk about. And I had a great idea. Although I said before, no production value. It's all pretty much ad lib. Off the top of my head, but this is off the top of my head, but it's been on my mind for years. I think everything goes fine. It doesn't cut off. And I can figure out a way to deliver what I want to say. And I don't pass out. I think it'd be a good video. What I want to do is tell my story. Not my whole life. That's too much. I have to write a book for that. And just for my 10 years ago point, my waking up point, the new me. And I think it's much more interesting than a lot of people's, waking up story. I've heard some people's, nothing like mine, because I get pretty deep into things. I was the first one, last one crying at the funeral. But I'm a deep guy and somewhat spiritual now. And that's what this whole thing is about, really. Flat Earth is not so much flat Earth. Like Dustin Nemos calls it biblical Earth, which is, it's a good way to describe it. Flat Earth just seems to make people get all weird. But kind of a good description. I mean, everybody can see what I can see. I'm looking at pretty much flat Earth. Oh, that's the valley. But yeah, flat Earth. Whatever you want to call it. It's not a basketball with water on it. That's for sure. Let me make sure I'm still rolling here. Okay, I am. But I think my journey has been really interesting because of my background and how I am, my personality, and how that factors into the things you get into, you know, like when I knew the earth was flat, and I had a whole bunch of shirts made. I wear them all over, argue about it everywhere I went. I used to love arguing with anybody who was willing to, I'd love, you know, Caltech people, whatever, smart people. I love it. You can't lose. You're defending God's earth everywhere you turn. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, it didn't take me long to figure it out. I think what takes the longest is just getting over the dogma and the, you know, what you're supposed to believe. But when you really break it down, it doesn't take very long to figure out that that is just a pile of crap. That everything about that model is the opposite of what it is. It's unbelievable. When you're sitting still, it says you spin. It says it's a ball, it's flat. I mean, and I'll live and die by my claim to anybody who hasn't figured it out yet. Oh, you don't even have to do much thinking. Just, you know, water. Everybody knows what water does. Water sits flat. That gravity stuff is not going to make water pour over a ball and maintain level over the ball like it knows what's underneath it. It's ludicrous. But you know, when I was thinking about making these videos, I never think about how far it's going to reach or who it's going to get to. And I have so many people that are dear to me that this topic has, I don't know what you want to call it, put a little wedge between us. It's just, you know, like I said, I'm the guy that gets t-shirts made. I'm not shy about how I feel or what I know. And everybody says believe what you believe. Let them believe what they believe. Man, flat earth is the end of believing. Believing is what you're doing now. And it's also for anybody, and this is my big beef with my family in Texas that I love so much. I'm out of breath. See, for me, being a Christian that moved to California from a really Christian family, and in California, there was no church or anything. All my religious family stayed back in Texas, We were like the California kids. So, turned to the surfer boy, just no church, just Christian boy out here with no church, no nothing. And so you drift away from Christianity because it felt like a job in the first place, And so when I found Flat Earth, and I didn't even realize until after I figured out that the Earth is flat that it was the biblical description. I mean, I kind of figured them all out at the same time, but it made it a lot easier to understand. And then it made it a lot easier to understand what's going on right underneath us that some of us can't even see. You're living in a whole fucking an ocean full of fucking lies, man. And here I am, feeling like a warrior, strapped with armor. It's a battle to save everybody from believing bullshit when it really doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I guess it does. It does a lot. Some people, they figure out the Earth's flat and they could just go about their business, never think about it again, don't worry about telling anybody. I felt since day one that I had a message to deliver, and one that could really save us from the system that is about to gobble us up. It's everybody. The answer you get when you talk to people about the Earth flat or round, what you get the most is, what difference does it make? Which I think is the stupidest answer that some of the smartest people I know come up with. It's not even I mean, what difference does it make? I don't know. Maybe all of creation and that they've created this infinite universe that never stops, and planets forming at all times, and it's just crazy madness, and we're spinning through it. And then you have this model where it's our little home, our little aquarium. And once you know we're on the flat Earth, you can actually see the roof. But when you don't know, you think you're looking at infinite sky, but when you see blue, the blue is the edge. When you look around, and you can tell, you even see it at night, it's even easier because there's stars in it. It's around us. The sky is around us. But you have to look at with the right eyes. When you look at stars, you can't think you're looking at billions of miles away, because you can't see billions of miles away. You can maybe see a couple hundred miles, maybe 1,000 if you're looking at something really big, really far away. But you shouldn't see anything that far away if you're on a globe, or a round Earth. That shit should be out of the picture. And there's just so many ways to prove this. I'm so done with that part of it after 10 years. It's a dumb argument. It's not even a question. But then people think it's not even a question, that it's a globe. So, but then those people haven't really been honest with themselves, and that's something that I really don't understand. I have friends that I look in the eye, and I know they know it's flat, but they just, if they admit it, then they might have to live it. And it's easier to just lie about something. Lie to yourself, which is the hardest person to lie to, because there you are. But, you know, to my family in Texas, this is so important for me to show to them. You know, years ago when I figured this out and I was going to see them, unfortunately it was because my dad died and they were coming back to help us with, you know, with everything. And I'd been waiting a few years to talk to them about it. I talked to them about it on the phone. And they had said, what difference does it make? And, you know, and they all said the same thing. My mom said that. My dad said, everybody said that. What difference does it make? But I don't think people really even think that much about. Maybe they're just thinking ball or flat. Maybe they're not thinking, you know, if it's round and it's this infinite universe and it's a whole different thing. And if it's flat and it's God's creation and God created this place for us, yada yada yada. But, and that we really don't know. God creating this place could be a lie. We could be here as a, you know, a meat farm. Something, all these kids that disappear, we might just be a farm. You know, think about that. Your day-to-day life you think is so important, really meaningless. You're really just on a meat farm. And you're just like an ant running around. And you think you're going to work and making a difference. That's pretty funny. Don't think about it. Get off the ledge, man. Don't listen to me. It's not worth it. Plus, falling off a building fucking hurts, man. Don't do it. Alright, so with a Christian upbringing and me wanting to show my family they were so Christian. I mean, they're way more Christian. They're the greatest people. They're such good people. They're way better than me. I'm not bad, but I always thought of my cousins and my aunts and uncles in Texas, like, they're just really simple, good people. Whew. Even Jonathan, hopefully he'll see this, he's a fucking detective. Now, he's one I've been waiting for years to talk to about this shit. Because he's a damn detective. And if he applies his profession to, you know, his religion or his life, all you gotta do is take that work home. You know, I'd like to corner him with this. But when you have his parents saying, what difference does it make? That's probably what you're going to get even from a detective. So Jonathan, I just want to tell you this. You're my cousin. I love you. Fucking so proud of you to become a fucking detective like that. You always wanted to be a cop, and now you're like a detective, dude. But I want you to think about this, Jonathan. You're a damn good detective that thinks he's on a fucking round earth. So, maybe if you knew where you were, that may not help you specifically in any certain case. Yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe it might help you somehow. It couldn't hurt, Jonathan. You're a Christian and a detective, and you're not stupid. So, what the hell? And Oh boy, that's cool. I'm in the shade. So it's weird. My mom's never let me have a conversation about the earth with her. She'll get mad. She'll start an argument instead of listening to anything. She's gotten a little better recently. I actually had like a 5-minute conversation with her the other day. I thought it was the best conversation we'd ever had. I did talk about flat earth, and I really think I hit home for a minute because I saw a little bit of tear in her eye. And that's what's one thing that bothered me about trying to convince her of this. From the beginning, when I knew this was the truth, that was the first person I knew needed this. Because she's so much like me. She's such an emotional person. And she really does have a connection to this place. And you just can't really have a true connection if you think you're somewhere else. You know? And it has been so difficult for me for years now. It's like knowing what I know and knowing that, I mean, people think, oh, how do you know anything? Come on, man. You know, if you're a little bit more than a little bit more than average intelligence, you just follow your instincts a little bit, you can feel the truth. And if you look around and think about some certain things, like, okay, the model of the globe, the round thing, that we've been inundated with images of that. You know, Universal Pictures, a lot of different places. I mean, you see globes all over on TV always. Why the fuck do we need to see that shit? Huh? That means they're brainwashing you to believe something that's not true. Why would we say, oh, there's our home, yo? Fucking stupid. And you know, when I figured out the earth was flat, those things jumped out at me right away. It's like, you don't need to see the damn globe all over the fucking place. You know, there's one place, they have an earth statue. It's a waterfall, and the water pours over the globe and off of it. And it's in the East Coast. And I'm pretty sure that the owner of that building was a Freemason. And it's a big old statue in front of the building. And it's somewhat of like a tourist attraction. People have their pictures taken there and stuff. And I think Austin Witsit, who turned out to be an agent, did a video at that place. And it was funny, these people, the statue is a joke on you for believing you're on a ball of water, because it's showing you a statue of a ball with water pouring over it. And you're taking pictures next to it. And you know, one of these days when we finally get someone to admit it, all they're going to say is, look, why the hell should we have had to tell you? You fucking idiots. You're on a flat earth and we told you it was round. That doesn't mean you had to believe it. And they're in a way, they're right. Although they got the boundaries all marked off and treaties and shit to stop us from going anywhere. But, and that's why I've always said, everybody who doesn't believe the earth is flat is completely working against humanity. Because it's the globe earth is the devil's earth, man. Sorry to say. And we know who the devil is. I'm not going to say it. But you know those little guys. I wonder if this thing's still... No, it's still going. I don't know how long it's been, but I'm going to cut it off pretty soon. Maybe start up another one, probably at least a half hour. And I'm going to be losing signal, and I know when I lose signal, oh, maybe it won't matter. I don't know. But hopefully I don't run into my bear friend. But yeah, I'm going to cut it off because this is probably going pretty long. This is I'll probably pick it up on the way back. So this is Pat signing off. Hiking with Pat. To all my fans. Peace. To all the haters. Suck a dick.